Hi, Assalamualaikum and a very good day to everyone. My name is Sarah Wardina binti Ibrahim and I'm from Group 16. Today I will present about my case study with Zakwan, the other presenter, which is from the Hillside and in the Dream area. I will present to you about the abstract, introduction, objective and literature review. Mosquitoes are common flying insects that may be found in almost every country around the world. There are around 3,500 different varieties of mosquito in the globe. Mosquito and the larvae are essential food sources for aquatic creatures. However, some mosquitoes can act as vectors. A vector is any animal, part or tick that transmit infection and germs to humans and animals. Mosquito can transmit germs, viruses and parasites that can make people sick. Mosquitoes spread germs that cause some of the most deadly illnesses known as, including malaria, yellow fever, and encephalitis, and most notably dengue fever. Sugar are small carbohydrates having 5 to 6 carbon atoms, hydrogen and oxygen. Saccharomyces cerevisiae, also known as yeast, is a single-cell organism that feeds on glucose and ferments carbohydrates to alcohols while emitting carbon dioxide (CO2). Mosquitoes are drawn to carbon dioxide. As a result, solutions containing sugar and yeast can be employed as baits. Keywords for the abstract is sugar, yeast, carbon dioxide, and mosquitoes. There are three objectives for our experiment. First of all, to study the usage of material brown sugar, white sugar, palm oil, and salt in the mosquito trapper at Hillside and in the drain. Second, the duration and time taken for the mosquito to trap in the bottle at Hillside and in the drain. Last but not least, does the mosquito location, Hillside and in the drain, give a different effect? Mosquitoes perform an important ecological function all around the planet, serving as pollinators and food for other animals. Mosquitoes are often thought to serve no purpose other than to annoy humans. An immense amount of material is required to complete this rapid foundation improvement. However, the major item required to make our mosquito trapper at home is to lessen the use of, for example, mosquito repellent. A substitute must be found to replace the product's component. It has been discovered that many sorts of simple materials can be utilized as a replacement and as a potential repellent in various types of mosquito trappers after processing and treatment. For this idea, the trapper will be made with materials such as brown sugar, white sugar, palm oil, and salt. As a result, testing and analysis are required to determine the material usefulness and the capability for use as a mosquito trapper. The goal of this project is to investigate the material used in a mosquito trapper as well as the length of time it takes for mosquitoes to become trapped in the bottle. This is because the material is widely used in our daily life, and mosquitoes are drawn to potassium, salt, and lactic acid created by your body, giving the material sample more strength. Sugar, which our sweet appetite finds so difficult to resist, is also very appealing to various mosquitoes, and recent research suggests that by helping to keep the pests away from our blood-rich body areas, sugar may actually be beneficial to our health. Almost no deleterious effects of salt consumption on mosquitoes were seen across the studies. With few exceptions, mosquitoes fed sugar water with or without salt survive at high rates throughout the experiment. In the meantime, mosquitoes fed only water or salt water fared better. The next step is to evaluate the usefulness and capabilities of a variety of materials such as brown sugar, white sugar, oil palm and salt as a mosquito trappers. This mosquito trapping project necessitated the use of one of the materials, brown sugar, white sugar, oil palm and salt, allowing me 15 to 20 minutes for the mosquito trapper to work. Those 4 ingredients must first be ground with water and yeast to ensure that they are completely mixed together. The desired outcome of this study is that the mosquito trapper will be able to catch mosquitoes without the use of any repellent. The greater the number of mosquitoes trapped, the more powerful the mosquito trapper becomes. Mosquito bite can cause skin irritation through an allergic reaction to the mosquito saliva that can cause red bumps and itching on the skin. However, the mosquito bite can cause many serious consequences to humans, such as transmission of serious diseases, oral virus like malaria, dengue virus, chikungunya virus, Zika and West Nile virus. These dangerous diseases can lead to body disable and potential of death effects such as encephalitis, meningitis, and microcephaly. Furthermore, mosquitoes also can transmit some diseases and parasites that are susceptible to dogs and horses. These include the dog heartworm, Eastern equine, encephalitis, and West Nile virus. Mosquitoes and their larvae provide an essential source of food for aquatic creatures such as birds, bats, and other arthropods. Mosquitoes, on the other hand, transmit microorganisms that cause some of the most lethal illnesses known to man, such as malaria, yellow fever, encephalitis, and most notoriously, dengue fevers. Sugars are the smallest carbohydrate with 5 to 6 carbon atoms, hydrogen, and oxygen. Saccharomyces cerevisiae is also known as yeast. Is called a single-celled organism that feeds on glucose and ferments carbohydrate to alcohol while emitting carbon dioxide CO2. Mosquitoes are drawn to carbon dioxide. As a result, sugar and yeast solution can be used as bait. Dengue cases in all states have recorded a drop of between 20 and 94% this year compared to last year, says Health Minister Datuk Sri Datuk Adham Babel. From January to August 6, 2021, a total of 16,565 dengue cases were reported compared to 63,988 in the same period in 2022, which is a reduction of 47,423 cases or 74.1%. The average weekly dengue cases reported so far is 534 cases a week compared to 1,700 a week in 2020 and 2,500 a week in 2019. The number of deaths due to dengue today stand at 10 compared to 106 in the same period last year, a reduction of 96 deaths, 90.6%, he said in a statement on Saturday, August 7. The incidence of dengue fever has increased from 32 cases per 100,000 individuals in the year 2020 to 361 cases per 100,000 population in 2014. Most individuals afflicted with dengue are between the ages of 15 and 49, and 80% of cases are within urban communities. Reported 130,101 cases, over a 60% increase from 2018, and 182 deaths in 2019. The global incidence of dengue has grown dramatically in recent decades. About half of the world population is now at risk. There are an estimated 100 to 400 million infections each year. Dengue prevention and control depends on effective vector control measures. Dengue is a rapidly emerging pandemic disease in many parts of the world, which is a major health problem in the tropics with possibilities of extension to other geographic areas. Mosquito repellents are widely available in stores around us. However, you can get one at a lower cost by DIY. There are a lot of DIY natural mosquito repellents that are as effective as DEET, active ingredient in many repellent products such as citronella, lemon, eucalyptus, and lemongrass. For example, citronella is a well-known mosquito repellent. Citronella is initially as effective as DEET in dose by dose comparison. However, citronella oil dissipates quickly and is only useful for a limited time. Also, high concentrations of citronella can cause skin irritation. Research has shown that the topical application of 100% citronella can provide complete protection against 3 types of mosquito for up to 120 minutes. Next, lemon eucalyptus oil protects against various malaria-carrying mosquito species as well as the yellow fever mosquito. A 2014 study found that a formula containing 32% lemon eucalyptus oil provided at least 95% protection from mosquito for 3 hours. However, it has a shorter protection time than DEET as it evaporates more quickly. Lastly, in a 2015 study, according to the research, the combination of lemongrass essential oil and olive oil gives 98.8% protection against the southern house mosquito. Other research found that topical application of lemongrass essential oil provided 74 to 95% protection for 2.5 hours against 2 types of mosquito during a field study. The study shows that the DIY natural mosquito repellents are as reliable, but it is only effective for only a short period of time as it evaporates quickly.
For the methodology part, there are 8 steps involved. Firstly is 2 plastic bottles were cut and the end tip of the bottle was capped. Next, brown sugar was mixed with hot water and the solution was left to be completely cool. The solution was then poured into the bottle. Yeast powder was sprinkled on top of the brown sugar solution. Carbon dioxide was produced from the yeast and attracted mosquitoes. The end tip of the bottle was placed invertedly inside the bottle. The bottle was wrapped with paper or black cloths and then placed in every corner of the house. The process was repeated by using sugar solution, palm sugar solution, and salt solution. The observations were recorded. The result obtained shows that both at hillside and in a drain, the brown sugar solution managed to catch the most mosquitoes during all the observations, with palm sugar coming in second and white sugar coming in third. There are no mosquitoes catch with salt solution, as there was no carbon dioxide produced from salts and yeast. For the analysis part, we can see that both at hillside and in the drain, brown sugar managed to trap the most number of mosquitoes, and the data obtained were consistent throughout all the observations, and leaving salts with no mosquito trap, as there were no carbon dioxide produced from the solution. Now for the discussion. The purpose of this project was to investigate the use of materials, brown sugar, white sugar, palm oil and salt, in mosquito trappers at hillside and drain, the length of time it takes for the mosquito to trap in the bottle at hillside and drain, and whether the mosquito location has a different effect. To get the greatest result, the mosquito trapper was placed in areas where there are a lot of mosquitoes. One trapper was placed on a hillside, while the other was placed in a drain. To guarantee that the result obtained are consistent and reliable, the process was repeated 3 times at each site. To get the result, the trapper was left for 24 hours. The number of mosquitoes trapped in the trap are recorded. The project met its goal of researching the use of materials, brown sugar, white sugar, palm oil and salts in mosquito trappers, as well as the time it takes for mosquitoes to trap in the bottle at hillside and in the drain. The trapper using brown sugar solution caught the most mosquitoes in both sites. According to the result, mosquitoes are drawn to the carbon dioxide created by the sugar and yeast mixture. Because the salt reduces the amount of carbon dioxide, no mosquitoes were trapped in the trap made of salt and yeast mixture. The trapper's placement had a significant part in its ability to function efficiently. Because mosquitoes seek out watery regions to breed, the trapper caught the most mosquitoes on the hillside rather than in the drain, because the water in the drain was clear and moving, preventing mosquitoes from reproducing. DIY mosquito trappers appears to be more convenient and affordable than purchasing mosquito repellent items based on this data. Traps baited with yeast-produced carbon dioxide caught substantially more mosquitoes than traps baited with industrial carbon dioxide, with a high success rate. This project concludes that it's possible that one of the components was needed for this mosquito catching project, which is brown sugar, white sugar, or palm oil. Allow 15 to 20 minutes for the mosquito trapper to work. The 4 ingredients must be first crushed with water and yeast to ensure that they are properly blended together. The purpose of this study is to see if a mosquito trapper can catch mosquitoes without applying any repellent. As the number of insect trap rises, the mosquito trapper becomes more powerful. As a result, based on physical and mechanical features, each sample is the best, and the 4 ingredients, brown sugar, white sugar, oil, palm oil and salt, are compared to see which one can be used as a mosquito repellent replacement. To summarize, brown sugar is the best mosquito trapper on the hillside, whereas salt is the least effective. Meanwhile, the most brown sugar, as well as salt, gets retained in the drain. Furthermore, there are other benefits to having people recognize our product. For example, if they recognize the handcrafted mosquito traps, they may save a lot of money and be safer.